President Ilham Aliyev says Azerbaijan has big plans to deepen cooperation with Turkey. 2014 was a very challenging year for ICRC Baku office. It plans to continue its efforts in the new year. Photos of Heydar Aliyev Center become winner of 2014 Architectural Photography Awards. Sokar's Kulevi oil terminal may expand oil cargo transshipment to boost its competitiveness in the region.
I make my first foreign visit in 2015 to Turkey. This has already become a nice tradition. The visit allowed us to discuss again upcoming works and to approve the joint action plan. The joint statement includes the works done in the past period and plans to be done in the future. Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev said at a joint press conference with his Turkish counterpart. President said issues discussed at the meeting of the Turkey-Azerbaijan High-Level Strategic Cooperation Council will raise fraternal relations to a higher level.
Bugün dünyada Türkiye ve Azerbaycan kimi birbirine
There are no other countries in the world today that have as close relations as between Azerbaijan and Turkey. Our relations rely on history and brethren. It is an honor for us that Turkey has invited Azerbaijan to the G20 summit, first of all because this invitation came from fraternal Turkey. For his care toward Azerbaijan, I owe gratitude to my dear brother. I surely believe our friendly and fraternal relations will continue to develop. Plenty of issues were discussed today, decisions made, ministerial meetings held. I'm confident that the resolution of all these issues will unite us even tighter.
Gösterdiğiniz bu dikkate göre şahsen size aziz kardeşim ben minnettarım.
The head of state also touched upon defense cooperation, noting that Azerbaijan has imported a great deal of weapons from Turkey.
Müdafiə sahəsində əməkdaşlıq.
We exchanged ideas on manufacturing joint military products in Azerbaijan. We have big plans to deepen cooperation with Turkey in the defense sphere. Last year, we held joint military exercises in Azerbaijan for a couple of days. Joint military exercises will continue on a regular basis. We rejoice for Turkey's great achievements. Turkey is now a center of power. The more powerful Turkey becomes, the more will Azerbaijan be strong.
Olarsa Azərbaycan bir o qədər güclü olacaq.
Ilham Aliyev further expressed gratitude to President Erdogan for Turkey's constant stance regarding the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. In this regard, Turkey supports justice, truth, international law, and its brothers, he said. President Aliyev said that unfortunately the OSCE Minsk group has failed to achieve any results over the years. Some progress was observed in the negotiation process in 2014. Of course, Azerbaijan gave a fitting response to Armenia's provocative actions, especially to holding of the large-scale exercises in the occupied territories in Agdam district in November 2014 and the attack on Azerbaijani positions. But of course, this did not have a positive impact on the negotiation process. President Aliyev said the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict can only be resolved within the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan. President also said that Azerbaijan and Turkey have excellent cooperation in the economic sphere. According to him, billions of dollars have been in recent years invested by Azerbaijan in Turkey and by Turkey in Azerbaijan. The volume of Azerbaijani investments in Turkey will reach $20 billion until 2020. The Azerbaijani president further noted that Turkish companies are successfully operating in Azerbaijan and they have implemented projects worth $10 billion. The 1,000 gas corridor project's implementation will of course further deepen cooperation in the energy sphere, and here will lay the foundation of a multilateral cooperation, he said. President Aliyev noted that Azerbaijan, Turkey, Georgia and other members of the 1,000 gas corridor should carry out active joint work. Ilham Aliyev said that an agreement on TANAP project was signed with Erdogan, adding that TANAP project is indeed the core of the Southern Gas Corridor, that is to say, its foundation. TANAP, Baku, Tbilisi, Kars and other projects have strategic importance, the president said, adding that Turkey and Azerbaijan play a leading role in these projects. He expressed confidence that all these projects will be implemented in time. Aliyev said that several events will be held in Turkey in 2015, the anniversary of the victory in Çanakkale battle, event related to the implementation of TANAP project and other events. The head of state expressed hope that the number of visits of Azerbaijani representatives to Turkey will increase in 2015. For his part, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said that Turkey and Azerbaijan intend to bring the volume of trade turnover to $15 billion till 2023, and the two countries are able to achieve that. Turkish President said the bilateral relations between Azerbaijan and Turkey are at the highest level. Turkey attaches great importance to the energy projects in its bilateral relations with Azerbaijan, Erdogan said. The project for construction of Trans-Anatolian gas pipeline is one of the global projects being implemented by the two countries, said Turkish President. With the implementation of the TANA project, the strategic role of Azerbaijan and Turkey in the world will increase, Erdogan added. He said that the project for construction of Baku-Tbilisi Coast Railway is another important project being implemented by the two countries. Erdogan added that the Baku-Tbilisi Coast Railway will be commissioned in 2015. Alongside with the mentioned projects, the two sides have implemented a number of strategic projects. For instance, the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan oil pipeline, he underscored. A ceremony of signing of Azerbaijani Turkish documents with participation of President of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev and President of Turkey Recep Tayyip Erdogan was also held. Ilham Aliyev and Recep Tayyip Erdogan signed the joint declaration on the results of the fourth session of the Turkish-Azerbaijani High-Level Strategic Cooperation Council held on January 15, 2015. Azerbaijan's ambassador to Turkey, Faik Bagirov, and chairman of the Financial Crimes Investigation Board of the Ministry of Finance of Turkey, Ibrahim Hakkı Polat, signed the Memorandum of Understanding on Cooperation between the Financial Monitoring Service under the Central Bank of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Financial Crimes Investigation Board of the Ministry of Finance of the Republic of Turkey. Azerbaijan's Minister of Economy and Industry Shahin Mustafayev and Turkish Minister of Customs and Trade Nurettin Çanaklı signed the Memorandum of Understanding on the establishment of the Joint Committee on Customs Issues between the State Customs Committee of Azerbaijan and the Ministry of Customs and Trade of the Republic of Turkey.
The Office of the International Committee of the Red Cross in Baku has been active in Azerbaijan since 1992 in relation to the Nagorno-Karabakh armed conflict, focusing on the issue of missing persons and detainees held for conflict-related or security reasons. ICRC works to protect and assist communities living along the line of contact and the international border with Armenia. The year 2014 was very challenging for the Baku office. Provocative actions by the Armenian armed forces in the occupied territories of Azerbaijan led to heavy casualties, leaving a large number of civilians wounded and killed. Undoubtedly, work of the Baku office has doubled when the illegal regime in Nagorno-Karabakh captured Azerbaijanis who intended to visit the places where they were born, pay tribute to the graves of their loved ones. Now they serve in prison in Shusha, yet another territory of Azerbaijan occupied by the Armenian barbarians. Despite all efforts and calls, the illegal regime in Khankandi did not free them. On the contrary, sentencing them to 22 years and life imprisonment for Dilgan Askarov and Shahbaz Guriev, respectively. But before that, another Azerbaijani, Hasan Hasanov, was brutally killed. But is it finished with the end of the puppet court trial? Does it bring an end to the ICRC mission? Head of the delegation, Denise Duran, speaking in her first televised interview in the current year, said 2014 proved that the mission of the Baku office was very tough, and in the new year, ICRC is committed to continuing its usual work within the usual frame.
We have been visiting them, and we will continue to visit them. Up to now, we've conducted 7 visits to them. The last visit was in December. We monitor how they are held, their conditions, their situation, and we engage in a regular dialogue with the detaining authorities responsible for them. And we maintain that dialogue continuously to verify their well-being and to discuss about their well-being. We keep them in contact with their family, and that is very, very important for their families here in Azerbaijan.
During this period, Azerbaijan, showing goodwill, has sent back an Armenian family of 5 people and a soldier. They all ran to Azerbaijan in different years, seeking a better life, trying to get rid of the mistreatment of the Armenian authorities. During their living in Azerbaijan, they never complained about conditions that the Azerbaijani side created for them, something they never had in Yerevan and undoubtedly would not enjoy even when they are back to Armenia. However, when Armenians reached their soil, blamed Azerbaijani authorities of inhuman behavior.
People who visit detainees for the ICRC, they have experience in this work. They are used to encountering so many different types of situations and trying to understand genuinely, truly, what is happening to a person. And we have meetings with detainees that are private. All detention visits are conducted by international staff. They're not conducted by people from the area. They're conducted by foreign staff that are there. We were able to visit that family regularly throughout the entire time that they were held here in Azerbaijan. That's extremely important. The ICRC had access to them. The ICRC could see them. We could exchange family news between that family and their relatives in Armenia. It's also very important. And we engaged in a confidential dialogue with the detaining authorities responsible for their well-being. And we were able to do that with the family of 5 Armenians that were captured and held in Azerbaijan throughout the entire course of their internment. That's all we say publicly.
Head of the ICRC Baku office says they were in close cooperation with the State Commission of the Republic of Azerbaijan on prisoners of war, hostages and missing people, and they were aware of the concern of the State Commission in some cases and discussed such concerns with them. Yet again, not sharing such information publicly either. Balbek Süleymanlı, Seymour Guliyev, CBC.
At least 14 people were wounded in scuffles between police and protesters as several thousand rallied in Armenia's second city of Gyumri on Thursday, demanding that a Russian soldier accused of killing 6 members of a local family is handed over. Armenian police say Valery Permykov, a soldier at a Russian base in Gyumri, has confessed to Monday's killings, whose victims included a 2-year-old girl. A younger child was wounded but survived. Russia's defense ministry has acknowledged the soldier went missing before the killings, which it called a tragedy. The incident has whipped up tension between Russia and Armenia, a former Soviet republic which normally enjoys close ties with Moscow and has signed up to a Russian-led customs union. A crowd of several thousand people attended the victim's funeral in Gyumri on Thursday, but police in riot gear later prevented protesters from reaching Russia's consulate in the city, some 120 kilometers northwest of the capital Yerevan. The protests grew, with local media estimating up to 5,000 people took part. Protesters and police threw stones and smoke bombs at each other. A medical official at Gyumri said 5 policemen and 9 civilians required medical treatment. On a third day of angry protests, several hundred people also rallied in the center of Yerevan, some carrying banners reading slogans such as "The law is above imperial ambitions" and "Strategic partner, be a human being." Deputy Chief Commander of the Russian military base in Gyumri told a news conference the soldier will be prosecuted after joining investigation by authorities of Russia and Armenia. Russia's Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu has expressed condolences to the victim's family and promised severe punishment for those responsible for the tragedy. He sent one of his deputies to Gyumri to lead a team of investigators. Local media say Permykov was captured on the border with Turkey and is now being held at the Russian military base, which Moscow has not officially confirmed.
Azerbaijani state oil company SOCAR's Kulevi oil terminal on Georgia's Black Sea coast wants to build a new facility for receiving, storing and loading various types of oil products. Given the development tendency in the regional and international oil and gas market, the Kulevi oil terminal's management is constantly reviewing the possibility to expand the oil cargo transshipment ranges to boost the terminal's competitiveness in the region. At a suggestion from Terminal, SOCAR's Oil and Gas Research and Design Institute developed a project to build an additional oil depot. The capacity of the complex for receiving, storing and loading various oil products such as gasoline, naphtha, diesel, jet fuel and others stands at 1 million metric tons per year. The project involves the construction of 5 reservoirs with a total capacity of 70,000 cubic meters and includes 2-way railroad overpass for simultaneous loading and unloading of 26 tank cars. The terminal said the cargoes delivered to the terminal will be unloaded using a pumping station, which will support separate pumps and production lines for receiving various oil products. The transportation system also includes launches and receiving stations that will completely empty the cargo pipelines during operation and maintenance. The project will significantly expand the storage capacity of the terminal and will provide the opportunities to be more flexible when responding to requests from the current crude oil market, the terminal said.
Photos of Heydar Aliyev Center became the winner of the 2014 Archive Images Architectural Photography Awards. The awards were announced at the World Architecture Festival in Singapore. Taking home the grand prize and the title of the Archive Images Architectural Photographer of Year 2014 are the photographers Hafton and Crow for the stunning image of the interior of Zaha Hadid's Heydar Aliyev Center in Baku, Azerbaijan. The winning image captures the bare, fluid geometry of the center staircase in contrast with a single figure standing at the top of the steps. Archive Images is a photographic resource representing images from all aspects of the built world, ancient and modern, iconic and ordinary.